Woman. Womb plus man made a word woman. English can manipulate words. A womb is a very, very powerful part of the body. It's not just any body part, but it's very powerful and creative. It is a creative force. It can bring lives from the spiritual realm to the physical realm. It is very powerful that it makes a woman go into their menstrual cycle. It is always aligned to the moon or lunar cycles, hence menstruals, from it was derived from the word moon, menstrual cycle. That is why it's so aligned with the moon cycles. And when a woman is in the periods, that is when they become very powerful and dangerous. They become very intuitive, they become very psychic. And when a woman is in their periods, there are certain rituals that they can actually do from that blood, and those rituals can make or break. They can be very dangerous, but if you use them for good, then they can bring whatever you want to manifest. So I'm going to touch base on that the other time. So when the oppressors realize that they can actually not figure it out, that why is it this gender is so aligned with nature, and this thing of them having periods that is equivalent to the moon cycles and all of that, it's uncontrollable, it's out of hand. They just couldn't figure it out. So they decided, you know what, these people are dangerous. They've got other powers that are hidden that we don't understand. So it's best that we program them and create this taboo of periods being unclean. That is why a lot of times you'll hear men, they do believe a lot that if a woman is in the periods, they're dirty, they need to isolate and all of that. That was the programming from the oppressors initially, back in the ancient times, due to fear. They were scared that that is the period when a woman is very powerful and psychic, and they can do certain rituals when they're in the periods, not because periods are dirty. Hello. So that is very, very important for a woman to know who they are. There is this woman from the Bible, but they decided to take her out. Her name was Lilith, who was the very first wife to Adam. Adam's wife was not Eve initially. There was another woman called Lilith. Lilith knew her worth. Lilith wouldn't submit to Adam. When Adam asked her to serve him, she was like, why? Why should I serve you? Because God made us equally. We were made from the same dust. We were made simultaneously. Why should I serve you? Why should I submit to you? So then they decided that this woman is going to cause problems. Let us burn her from Eden. And she became a fallen angel, and she was banned, and she was removed from the Bible as well. That is why you never see a name Lilith from the Bible, because women were going to wake up and realize and know who they were. So hence, this thing of women being expected to submit to men or serve a man, it is completely nonsense, because it was all based on fear. If God had to have a gender, God would be a woman. That's how powerful women are. Women have to know who they are, especially the young ones that are still growing up. They need to know who they are. They do not need to repeat this cycle that we went through. They must try by all means to make their own money, be independent, so that you do not take just any orders from anyone, so that you can control your own life. Don't let other people control you. They made sure that they shut the women off, that a woman has to always not talk back to a man, because they're supposed to suppress their anger. They're supposed to suppress their feelings, not knowing that when a woman is angry, it's only fire that comes out of her mouth. And when you suppress certain emotions, that's when you become sick. Most of the cancer is coming from the anger that is suppressed, the emotions that are suppressed. Why are we living lies? Why are we living lies? You need to stand up, women. Know who you are. Express your emotions, express your feelings. Don't bottle things up, because that's what actually makes you end up being sick, make you end up being miserable and depressed. You need to know who you are, and by that you're going to actually lengthen your lifespan, because a lot of people die a premature death just because they're living in fear, they are oppressed, they're suppressing their emotions, they're stressed out. And listen, my friend, stress is the main cause of most of the diseases: cancer, hormone imbalance, you can name it. So be careful, know who you are.